Hey y'all, welcome to the Busy Moms Build Businesses 2 webinar. I am so excited that you're here. I have been working really hard to prepare something for you that will leave you inspired and hopeful and hopefully empowered and encouraged that you can create change in your life. So here's what you can expect. This webinar will last about 45 minutes tonight. I'll get you out before 45 minutes is up. And I want to make sure that I'm answering any questions that you have. So feel free to drop some questions in the chat and we will cover those as we move along. So first of all, welcome. I know that there are 1,000 things that you could be doing on a Tuesday night, but I am really excited that you are here. This is our team, Plexus Freedom Team. It is made up of a lot of goal-driven, fierce men and women who love their families very deeply and are very ambitious to create the life of their dreams. Our goal is to love and add value to people and serve people well. We are Plexus lifers. Whether you've been here for 1 day, 1 month, 1 year, or 1 decade, we are very passionate about what our company stands for, what our products help people with, and what our opportunity allows for people. And we are passionate about your potential. So we're so glad that you're here. I hope that you will leave with knowledge that change is possible for you, that you are capable of creating the life that you dream of. Okay, so let me introduce myself. I am Christina, and I was born and raised right here in Middle Georgia. I actually grew up to become a teacher in the same school district that I graduated from. So I've always lived in Georgia. Go Dogs. I am a mama of 4, all ages and stages. My oldest is 19 and my youngest is in kindergarten. So we have a very wide span. And I will tell you that for the last 20 years, being a mama has been my most favorite thing. I always knew I wanted to be a mama, and the fact that I have gotten to be one 4 times over is just a huge gift. So I also knew I would always be an educator, and I actually started my teaching career when my oldest son started kindergarten. I've just always loved helping people grow in understanding, and teaching is just kind of where I envisioned I always would be until we decided that we wanted to expand our family. So I had the opportunity to be at home with my older 2 kids until they were school aged. And so having to send the baby to a babysitter, it was a new thing for me, and it definitely hit differently. It was really tough for me because I felt like I was in constant conflict internally with where I wanted to spend my time. I loved being a teacher and I loved the impact I was having. And I also really loved being a mom. And I struggled with so much guilt over missing the moments, missing the first. As a matter of fact, my babysitter had a rule that nothing was allowed to happen for the first time until I saw it. So she just had to keep to herself if she saw something before I did, because I just battled so much guilt. I also battled constant stress and pressure over finances because my once a month teaching paycheck didn't really leave a lot of wiggle room or room for extras. And it didn't take me long to realize that there was no way that I could teach harder or more creatively to make more money. There's also no way to make overtime pay, even though I often was required to put in overtime hours for my students. So having such a wide span of ages in kids, I knew that my expenses were going to continue to increase as my kids got older. We had travel soccer that we had to deal with. We had competition cheerleading. We had car insurance. And so these were looming expense increases that I wasn't really sure my income was going to keep up with. And so it would keep me up at night. I used to Google ways to make money online with a teaching degree because I didn't want to have to go show up to a second job, but I wanted to figure out how to increase my income. Now, I was already actually using Plexus products and had been using them for over a year. I actually was ordering as a retail customer because I was so against taking advantage of the opportunity, until I realized that I could actually make good money here. My best friend, Brittany, she had been pursuing me for the opportunity, and she messaged me one day and said, Christina, I just got a paycheck from Plexus with a comma in it. You really should be doing this. And I thought to myself, man, she's making really good money. And I know her. Like we grew up together, we went to the same middle and high school. And so I just finally decided that I was capable of learning whatever she had to learn in order to earn that income. And an extra $1,000 a month for us, that would have covered the expenses that were keeping me up at night, replacing tires on the Suburban or paying for the competition cheer. You guys, that's over $1,000 a pop every season. So having an extra $1,000 a month, that is actually what made me take a look at this opportunity. So let me be very clear though. I absolutely loved my life before Plexus. Loved my kids, loved my job, loved my husband, and we would sacrifice to make sure that we squeezed every single ounce out of life that we possibly could. Even if it meant charging thousands of dollars on a credit card so that we could give them the experiences, the travel, the Christmases, the vacations, whatever that we felt like they deserved. Anybody relate? So, was I scared when I decided to start doing this? For sure. For sure. I wasn't scared for some of the same reasons that other people are scared. Like, I didn't really battle fear of rejection, although a lot of people do. What I battled was, could I do this? I am a type 3 on the Enneagram, which means I am like hardwired to want to win, to want to achieve. And so the idea that maybe I wouldn't be good at this felt like potential for embarrassment or shame. And so I struggled with that. I also struggled with, would doing this cost me some of the credibility that I had worked really hard to gain as an educator? I was afraid that my peers would think, man, she's got 2 graduate degrees. What's she doing over there peddling some pink drink? Right? So these were the things that I had to battle and overcome. But I knew that if other people were being successful here, it just meant that I had to be willing to learn what they had been willing to learn, work hard at it, and give it time to grow. And y'all, it has been so incredibly worth it. I actually matched my teaching income within my first 9 months. And remember, I built this thing for the first 3.5 years while continuing to teach full time. I know sometimes people think, well, you have to be a stay-at-home mom to be successful. And the reality is, the first 3.5 years of my success here, I continued to teach. So it looked like for me waking up early and staying up late after I put my husband and kids to bed, and just kind of finding the time that I could prioritize this business. So I gave up eating in the teacher's lounge so that I could work in my classroom and just learn and read a book or, practice a skill. So it just looked like having to be very intentional with my time. So yeah, I matched my teaching income in 9 months, continued to teach for 3 years after that, until I really saw that this was going to be long-term, stable, residual, all of the things that I had dreamed about, but actually never knew was possible. So here's what also I need you to know. I never, ever, ever imagined myself as someone who would be at the top of the company. Never envisioned or even desired to be a 6-figure earner. As a matter of fact, I never even knew anyone until Plexus who earned 6 figures. My daddy was a police detective my entire life, and my mom was disabled for my entire life. And so we just lived a very modest life. I grew up in a trailer park, and I've just always been kind of basic. One of my friends described me earlier tonight as a Dollar General connoisseur, and I'm going to receive that and accept that gladly. I shop Walmart. That's where this shirt came from. And so I say all of that to say, I didn't set out because I wanted to be extremely wealthy. I set out because I desired massive amounts of impact. And so I just want you to know, when I look around now and realize that this is my life, I still giggle, like I can't even believe it. But then I do feel this like humble sense of pride because I know what it took to build. And I know the amount of hard work it took. And I know that the years of the 4 and 5 a.m. wake up calls so that I could prioritize Plexus before I had to put on mom hat or teacher hat. And so I know how much I sacrificed to build it. And I absolutely believe it has all been worth it, because now I get to decide where every single one of my 24 hours in a day goes. I get to decide where my income level will hang out. My income is no longer capped by a pay scale, right? So I don't say any of this to brag, but the fact that little old me can now earn what a brain surgeon earns, it should encourage you that you can too. You can too. If I have, I know for a fact that you can. So I hope that that's why you're here tonight, because maybe there's a restlessness in your soul. Maybe you're dreaming for the first time in years, and I am hopeful that this is going to be the solution for that. So let's get into it. What is Plexus? Some of you are here and you've never even tried our products, and I'm so glad that you are diving right into kind of looking at this opportunity. Plexus is a wellness company, and we offer natural solutions to health, to the main things that are behind most people's health problems. So if you think about what keeps people from feeling their best every day, you can probably list hundreds of symptoms, right? Bloating, gassiness, IBS, headaches, allergies. I mean, from very, very minor things to very, very major things, they are all rooted in gut health, which means that every single person can benefit from our products. So Plexus is the original gut health company, and we offer supplements that are effective because we get to the root of the issues versus just putting a Band-Aid on the symptoms, right? The vast majority of what we deal with can be traced back to those same root issues: gut health, blood sugar balance, and inflammation. And Plexus addresses all three of those. So that's why you're going to see testimonies about so many different things, because they all have the same root issues. And that is what Plexus focuses on addressing. So that's also why we have such a great opportunity here. We have products that every single person needs. Okay, now companies have a choice about where they're going to put their marketing dollars and how they're going to sell their products. So instead of Plexus investing in some celebrity endorsement or TV commercials, our company compensates us by sharing with people that we know and love, because word of mouth has always been the best advertisement, always. And so instead of putting our products on shelves at a store, they have decided to allow you and I to have one-on-one conversations and build relationships with people to start a health journey. It's not like going and purchasing something from a health store and then you leave with your products in a bag and you're kind of on your own. Here with Plexus, it's a people helping people industry. And so you kind of have a coach or a mentor to help you get the best out of your products. So you have somebody that's going to go along your journey with you, and you'll get that accountability from your brand ambassador. So essentially, we get paid to share health and happiness with others and support them along their journey. So I tell people, our aim is to bring hope, health, and happiness to those who want more out of life. And I firmly believe that that is what we're doing here. So not only are we focused on long-term health and wellness, but we're also here to help people grow in their confidence, grow in their mindset, grow in their finances. And we do it all together as a community, which I think a lot of the times is one of the biggest missing things for people, especially as adults. We were created to live in community, and sometimes that can feel dangerous or threatening. And so here you have a community that is welcoming, that is going to help you get what you want out of this experience. So who can be a brand ambassador? When you join and you order Plexus as a VIP, that's basically saying, hey, I want to be a customer. I want to be a product user. Well, when you decide that you want to pursue this business, you can become a brand ambassador. So what type of person can be successful at this? I truly believe that anyone could be successful. I don't believe that everyone will be, because I don't think most people are going to be willing to do what it takes. I think anyone who is willing to do what it takes can be crazy successful here. So I want to share with you some success indicators that I see in people that I think make them successful. But first, I want to tell you what is not an indicator, sorry, that you won't be successful. Sometimes people have these limiting beliefs and they think, because of this, I can't be successful. And I'm going to go ahead and debunk some of those for you. Number one, you don't have to have your own product results yet. Now, I hear this a lot of the times, and what I know you're saying when you say this is, I need to have belief in what I'm putting my name behind. And listen, I get that, and I respect that. There's just a lot of other ways to grow your belief outside of getting your own results first. It's kind of like a real estate agent. She doesn't have to have a personal experience with the garden bathtub in this home or the master closet to sell it to a client. She doesn't have to live in it or spend the night first. She just has to know, what are the features of this house and what are my clients looking for? And then how can I offer this home as a solution? Plexus is the same way. You just have to know, what are the features of Plexus? Gut health, blood sugar balance, and inflammation. And then what are the needs of my clients? Well, listen, anything that's keeping them from feeling their best can be traced back to these three things, so you can be confident that you can offer a solution. You don't have to have any experience in sales to be successful. Sales is just a skill set that anybody can learn. I had zero experience in sales. I talked to 9 and 10-year-olds all day long. You don't have to have a certain personality. I know some people think, well, if I were more extroverted, I could do this. Listen, us extroverts, we have our own set of problems. Often we can be considered too much for people. So there are people at the top of this company with a wide range of personalities. So there is not one personality that is better suited than another. It has nothing to do with your ability to be successful here. You also don't have to have a large network. Remember, my network was 9-year-olds and their parents, and I couldn't prospect their parents. So my network was teeny until I learned the skill set of expanding my network. You also don't have to have a ton of free time. Who the heck has free time? Not me. When I started, like I said, for the first 3.5 years, I was teaching full time and being mama to a lot of kids. So I didn't have a lot of free time. I just had to be intentional with the time that I did have, which really, when it got down to it, it wasn't that difficult to find the time. I just had to eliminate aimless scrolling. I had to cut out the Netflix and chill with my husband. No more Netflix, just the chill. There was time in the day. I just had to be intentional to prioritize Plexus business building activities during those times. And then this one, you don't have to be free of doubt and fear to be successful here. Doubt and fear, that does not disqualify you from being able to come in and build this thing. Every single person who has ever endeavored in building this, they have come with their own set of fear and doubt and skepticism. It's what you're going to do with that fear and doubt and skepticism that changes your story. So what does it require? Number one, it requires courage. The fear and doubt's going to stay. You have to see it as an opportunity to show up with courage. Okay. You can be courageous, right? You also have to have a willingness to get outside of your comfort zone. If you want to stay in your comfort zone, what you have to decide is to just stay with what you've got. You can't have anything more or better than you already have unless you're willing to go outside of your comfort zone to get it. Everything worth having is right outside of that comfort zone. And I think if you think back to anything that you've ever accomplished in your life, you'll see that the steps toward that also required moving outside of your comfort zone. You have to have a willingness to learn. There's going to be skill sets that you have to learn. There's going to be a learning curve here, just like there would be at any new job. So just embrace the fact that there are things to learn, and you're joining a team that has got fantastic step-by-step systems to make the learning seamless for you. Okay, you also have to have grit and determination. I respect somebody who has grit so much because it communicates, hey, I've been through some hard things, but it doesn't hold me down. I'm still here. And so you're going to have to develop some thick skin. You're going to have to develop some resiliency, but that's okay. You'll be better for it. You have to have the belief that it's all figure outable. You guys, I keep this plaque right here to remind me of that. Everything is figure outable. I'm not going to meet anything in this journey that I cannot overcome. I might fall flat on my face a few times first, but I will figure this out. And then the other thing that you have to be committed to is consistency. You can work this business part-time, but you absolutely cannot work it sometimes. So if you're serious about creating an income stream here that's going to be solid, stable, and residual, then you're realistically going to need to spend about 10 hours a week minimum working your business. So you can chunk and dice that however you want throughout your week, but 10 hours minimum is about what you can expect to have to invest here. And we're going to show you exactly where to start and what to do with that time. I know sometimes it's like, well, I would make the time if I knew what to do. Don't worry. We are going to tell you exactly what to do. We have a fantastic step-by-step system that's going to teach you exactly what's required and how to implement that. We're going to guide you and support you every single step of the way. So that's the beauty of this business model, you guys. It's a people helping people business. The more successful you become, the more successful we become. So we have a vested interest in your success, right? That means that we want to help you reach your goals. The number one way to get what you want is to help other people get what they want, right? Okay, so what is it that brand ambassadors actually do to make money? Well, let's talk about that. Our job is to share health and happiness with other people and help other people do the same thing. So essentially what that looks like is we have conversations with people to show them how our products can solve their problems. What's keeping them from feeling their best every day, and how can Plexus help that? We're going to show you how to have these conversations that can convert friends, families, and even strangers into happy product users. Once you have a customer, you will then learn how to serve them well and help them get great results by using our step-by-step customer care system. You guys, we even have a Facebook group that you have access to that they also have access to when they join, called Plexus Freedom Wellness Community. This is where you can add all of your happy product users, and they're going to get extra support for getting great results on their products, being inspired by reading hundreds of other testimonies. That's going to help build their belief and keep them focused on the long-term overall effects of health and wellness with our products. They're also going to find a community of health-minded people who are working toward optimal wellness. If you're working toward health goals, the best thing you can do is surround yourself with people who are also working toward optimal health. So that's pretty much what we do. We sell our products, create happy product users who order month after month after month because they're living their results and they are committed to long-term health. We're also going to teach you how to have conversations with people about the opportunity. You guys, there's two things that keep people up at night: their health and their finances. And we have a solution to both. So we're going to teach you how to have conversations with people that can show them how the Plexus opportunity can solve those financial problems. We're going to show you how to have those conversations that convert friends, families, and even strangers into business builders on your team. The cool thing is, once you have a business builder, you're going to be able to plug them in to tried and true step-by-step systems and training that you'll get as a new business builder. They also get as new business builders. So you're never alone in figuring out, how do I help somebody be successful here? Y'all, you will be in business for yourself, but you will never ever be by yourself, because we've got an incredible community of people who are all rowing in the same direction, who want to be a part of your journey. All right, so what does that look like? Well, here's a little sneak peek of some of the resources that you'll be using once you start your business. Number one, we want you to be a product of the product. Using your products and prioritizing your health is absolutely part of sharing your journey with other people. We're also going to teach you how to have everyday conversations with people about Plexus. And a lot of times people use social media to start those conversations. Now, you don't have to use social media to start those conversations. There's just a lot of us who have preferred to do it that way. I didn't have the luxury of being out and about to, start up or create conversation. So I leveraged social media so that I could do some Plexus work at 4 a.m., right? But you can also start your sharing journey just by having conversations, word of mouth, or pick up the phone, or, over a family dinner. So the main thing is, we're going to get you talking to people about our products and how they can help. Now, sometimes you're going to have to be willing to initiate the conversation, right? But when that happens, we're going to show you how to do it in a way that feels very authentic to you and never sleazy or slimy or salesy, or like, using my words or someone else's words. We're going to help you craft words that feel very authentic to you. So then once your customer orders, they're going to go into the wellness community where we will help you serve and support them and help them get great results. Okay. Business builders get access to our Success Accelerator mentorship. And that's where they're going to help get their business off to a rock solid start. That's where you will plug in to get yourself started. We'll lay the foundation for long-term success. And then when you hit the first rank in our company, you'll actually graduate into our big team page, which is called Plexus Freedom Team. Now, our team page is a thriving community full of leaders, men and women who are goal-driven and ambitious. And listen, we cheer for each other. I know in a lot of other professions and jobs, the culture can feel almost threatening, where your success makes someone else feel less than, or, here it's different. Here we truly do cheer one another on, because we know when someone gets better, we all get better. When someone finds a solution to a problem in their business, in our Plexus Freedom Team culture, they share that solution. So we're always advocating for other people and their success. So I want you to imagine waking up to a message from someone that said, I want you to know you've changed my life. Because you shared Plexus with me, I'm now able to go on road trips without having to know where every single restroom is along the way. I don't have to pull off in every rest area to go to the restroom. Thank you for telling me about Plexus. You have impacted me greatly. Those are the kind of messages you're going to be getting from your happy product users. So another thing that I love is that all of our systems are online. So you can literally make money from wherever you have an internet connection and a phone. I have worked this from soccer fields and the beach and the mountains and on a totally different continent. So I love that I can work from wherever. And then another favorite thing of mine is that we carry zero inventory. Like I don't have to load up my car and go to the post office to mail things off. I simply send a link to someone, they make their purchase, products are shipped directly to their house, money never exchanges hands with me and them. So it's like a business in a box. It really is the best. Okay, let's talk about social media because I'm sure when I said that earlier, some of you may have broken out in hives, but here's what I'll tell you. Social media was an intriguing part for me, mostly because before Plexus, I was just a consumer of social media. I liked to follow people's lives and see their kids, but I didn't really contribute to conversation or even really post regularly. You can rest assured when I did post, it was a picture of me and my kids saying, I love my life, because that was literally, I loved my life. So that was what I was posting. So I had very few social media friends, definitely not an influencer. But I learned that social media is just a set of skills that anybody can learn. So that's what I did. Leveraging social media has allowed me to create a very significant stream of income without having to leave my family to go find that second job, right? Here's the deal. Social media has changed everything about the way business is done. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but prior to 2020, not everything was available online. Post 2020, you can literally get anything you want delivered to your door because everybody has gone to a social economy, right? So this is just the way business is done, and it's the way money is made now. So social media is a very powerful lead generation tool also, because you can say something one time and hundreds of people will see it. So that's a little different than how our mamas and grandmamas had to do network marketing. We're not having to go door to door lugging a giant vacuum cleaner, right? So we'll teach you how to share your journey in a way that makes people want to do this with you. We'll show you how to inspire other people to want to join you, and we'll teach you how to start conversations with people who are watching what you're posting. Y'all, this is a relationship business. So we're going to teach you how to have conversations that convert. We don't ever want you to feel salesy or spammy. And again, it's totally okay if you know nothing about social media marketing. We will teach you. And eventually you will have so much fun learning how to create content for your audience. So let's talk about money. Show me the money. How do we get paid? Y'all, we get paid 8 different ways and 5 times a month. Now, our company and our comp plan is very, very generous because we can be. We are a debt-free company. And when you don't owe people money, you can be very, very generous with the money that you do have. And our company absolutely is super generous. So you can actually have money in your bank account as early as next week. Now, I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty of the comp plan, although if you're someone that wants the nitty-gritty, we can totally send it your way. But I find that most people would rather learn how to make the money first and then analyze where the money came from. When I was starting out, I'm like, listen, I don't really care how the comp plan works. Tell me what's going to make me the most amount of money and how to do that. And then when the money started coming in, it was much easier to figure out, oh, well, this is how I earned that, or that's where that money came from. But I just wanted to spend my time doing the activity that was going to bring in the money. Once the paycheck started coming in, wasn't hard to figure out which action caused that. So here's the gist of how we get paid. You get commission when people order products from you. Okay. You also get commission when your happy customers reorder their products. Remember when I told you we were invested in your success because your success was our success? In the same way, you're going to be invested in your customers' results because you want them to continue reordering while also prioritizing long-term health, right? You also get commission when people order from your people. and you get commission when people reorder from your people. And y'all, this goes all the way down to 7 levels deep. So let's just say that you are consistently sharing the products and the opportunity, and you're digging into the training, and you're really working this thing well. Imagine how quickly those commissions could compound. I tell my team, plan to get 3 new happy product customers every month and 1 new business builder who also gets 3 happy customers a month. Do that month after month, and before long, that is going to be a significant residual income, because that is the compound effect of consistency. And that is how you build freedom. And we're going to show you how. Also, you get a really nice cash bonus every single time you hit a new rank. There are 9 ranks in our company, and the top 3 ranks also have a bonus pool every single month. That is how I have built to a 6-figure income. Consistency, a willingness to learn, and hard work, and helping as many people as possible get what they want. Our compensation plan is the foundation for all that we do, but in case that's not enticing enough, let's look at some of the other perks. All right, so we've got several sales incentive trips and contests and prizes. Several times a year, our company rolls out contests where we can earn massive prizes like giant cash bonuses. I have a literal Price is Right size $10,000 check in my closet that I earned once. Luxurious trips, fancy dinners, mom proms, where we get to dress up with our husbands and get all dolled up, and y'all, shopping sprees, like old school supermarket sweep, spend someone else's money. It's a real thing, and I have been on several of them. And y'all, I'm not a massive shopping fan, but I'm always about spending somebody else's money. So it has just been a dream. It has been a dream. For some of the trips, we've been to Dallas and Orlando and Vegas. We just got back from another cruise to the Bahamas. We're heading to Punta Cana in a couple of weeks. So just the ability to travel and see the world and show my family. I've taken my kids to Hawaii. I've taken them on a cruise. I've taken my husband to Portugal. I've taken my son to Ohio, and he's going with me to Vegas in the summertime. They're all going with me to Maui. So just the ability to be able to show them the world on the company's dime and with people who have become my best friends. So you might be thinking only special people can earn these, but y'all, the reality is anybody can earn these incentive trips. You don't have to be a certain rank, and it's not just for special people. This top picture where we're sitting on the couch, this was the last trip we were on. It was a cruise, and y'all, there were brand new people on that boat, brand new people. So it's not people that have just been here for years and years and are at the top rank of the company. Anybody who is working hard can earn these things, and it's so incredibly fun. Okay, so we have our Leaders Retreat contest where anyone and any rank can earn the trip. And then there are these other trips that happen every single year where you earn it by being in one of the top 3 ranks in the company. These trips are called Emerald Extravaganza and Diamond Destination, and they're usually in places like Hawaii or Mayakoba. This year, we're actually headed to Maui, which I'm super excited about. And y'all, listen, anyone who is working hard and learning and applying what we're teaching can earn these top 3 ranks. It took me about 3 years to do it, and that was with no systems, just enthusiasm, excitement, and drive. My best friend Britt did it in about 18 months, and my friend Terry did it in less than 4 months. Clearly, I'm not the fastest learner, but it's all worked out. So now we have step-by-step systems, and we have way more people achieving these top 3 ranks. So whether you're just wanting to get your groceries paid for or you're dreaming for much bigger, we can show you how. So why Plexus Freedom Team? What makes this team so special? Well, we believe that you're going to become an average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. And you're going to want to become like the people on this team because we have a growth mindset. Before Plexus, I didn't care anything about personal development or self-awareness or reading leadership books, but we are always striving not just to grow our paychecks, but to grow ourselves. Y'all, I have grown in people skills, leadership skills, communication skills, conflict resolution skills. And y'all, these skills have helped me not only in my business, but in my life. We've become more confident, authentic. We are focused on other people, here to serve and have an impact. So That is what I would say makes us different. Another thing that makes us special is we have the systems and the training that you need for success. It is proven. We are being successful on this team. And those who are not are just not really digging into and applying the training, or they're just not being consistent. But the ones who are doing the things, those are the people that are getting the results and making great money while helping a lot of people. Our team is special because if you hang around us, you're probably going to be making more money and you're going to be growing as a person. So why not you? Why not you? I want you to envision where you could be 12 to 24 months from now. If your life looked exactly the same then as it does now, would you be okay with that? If nothing changed in 2 years, would you be okay with that? Y'all, if somebody had asked me that question, I would have honestly said, well, I mean, I love my life. I had a great marriage, loved my kids, liked my career. But deep down, there was a part of me that was wondering what I could accomplish. What could I contribute? There was a part of me that desired freedom and greater impact. Could I use my gifts and love for teaching on an even bigger and grander scale? Could there be more for me? So before you start telling yourself you don't have the money or you don't have the time, be honest with yourself about your dreams. What are the things that you really want in life that you don't currently have because you don't have enough money? What are the things that you really want in life that you don't currently have because you don't have enough time? Is it to live in a different home, be debt-free, take more vacations? Is it to be home with your kids? Is it to be at important events like games and birthday parties in church? Is it to save for the future, for retirement or college or weddings? Is your desire to use your gifts in the marketplace and, be productive in your work that makes a massive impact for others? Why not you? Y'all, if I can do this, regular, old, boring soccer mom, Dollar General loving Christina, if I can do this, you can too, because everything is figure outable. My desire is that you don't live with regret. So how do you not live with regret? Well, instead of saying good for her, try saying, why not me? People say often, like, I wish I had what you have. And I'm over here saying you can have what I have if you're willing to do what I've been willing to do. So show up for the small tasks. Be willing to bet on yourself. Are you willing to be coachable? Because we've got the systems. We've got the results. Are you willing to feel the fear and do it anyways? Why not you? All right, so it's time to get started. Get with the person who invited you here tonight and let's get your products en route. And then let's get your training started. We're going to be opening up our February Success Accelerator Mentorship Group ASAP, and the kickoff call will be February 5th. You don't want to miss that. Thank you guys so much for being here with me tonight. I hope that you're leaving with your eyes opened to the possibility that you can create change that you desire in your life. I cannot wait to see what all of you accomplish. If you have questions, drop them in the chat and I will be sure to get them addressed. All right, guys, see y'all later.